Hi there folks, we're looking at the armour of God. We've been told to put on the belt of truth, and then in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 14 we're told stand firm then with the belt of truth buckled round your waist, and then we're told with the breastplate of righteousness in place. Now what does that mean? What's that talking about? Of course the breastplate is the piece of armour that covers the torso, the body. It's a solid piece of armour. And the breastplate it protects us, doesn't it? And it's here in Ephesians, it's the breastplate of righteousness. Now, what does that mean? Well, again, like with the belt of truth, there's two aspects to this, I think. The first one is that the breastplate of righteousness is talking about this wonderful idea that we are covered in the righteousness of Jesus. It took me many years to get my head around this. For a long time I understood that my sins had been forgiven through Jesus. But that's only one part of the job, isn't it? Jesus doesn't just, take our sins away. Jesus also then covers us with his perfection, with his perfect track record. So it's not like he just kind of gets us back to zero, gets us out of debt, and then we've got to kind of build up from there. No, Jesus gets us out of the problem. He forgives our sins, and then he covers us with his righteousness. So when God looks at us, he sees Jesus' perfect righteousness. And that's our assurance as Christians, that we've been justified and that we've been covered with the perfection of Jesus. So that's one aspect of this breastplate of righteousness. We're covered, if you like. But then the second thing is that this calls us to live in a righteous way, to live in a godly way. And again, Ephesians is full of descriptions of what that looks like, especially chapters 4 and 5, and you can see what it looks like to live a godly, righteous life. And that's how we protect ourselves as well, isn't it? As we relate to one another in a godly way, forgiving each other, bearing with one another, loving each other, supporting each other, speaking the truth in love, and many other encouragements in this letter. We found that we're protecting ourselves with the breastplate of righteousness in the spiritual battle.